Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing fantastic. Checking out the SPY right now. A little bit of a slower day. Had a small gap up this morning, a trade down, and as we come down into these areas, these levels down here, looking at potentially buying the bounce. Here's the moving averages, right? And so if we come into the moving averages, we bounced once before off of them just recently, and going to be looking to potentially do that again. So we'll see how the SPY plays out. But overall trend still looks pretty good. I think it's a good buy the dip opportunity. The Q's doing its thing, the Dow Jones doing its thing, and the IWM doing its thing. So we're just kind of hanging out on those for right now. Look for that dip buying opportunity, however, especially if we get a good pullback. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the farther we pull back on the indices, the more excited I will be about buying that bounce. Alibaba got stopped out on some calls on BABA. Was trying to buy the dip on that one, and that didn't happen. Didn't work out. So here's the long-term moving averages on BABA. Looks like we might come back down to the 100, or we might just be chopping around. It seems that BABA was trying to move directionally here for a little bit, but probably not. So what I'm going to do on BABA, getting stopped out of this trade, is I'm going to get into a bull put spread of some kind down here, maybe for April, and I'll probably do that pretty soon actually, and just look to get that R back with a bullish to non-directional trading strategy. Here's Apple up 0.5% right now. All-time highs were made today and yesterday. This is where all the newbies are going to be hopping on. This is where everyone's like, oh, finally, confirmation of a bullish trend, right? And that's where they're going to get on, which unfortunately is probably going to be a little bit too late. In fact, gotta give a shout out to a new real life trader named Sai. Check out this trade. I mean, this was phenomenal. Talking about just pure pro. 6.2 R's on Apple. Look at this chart setup. So nice. Just buying the dip. Buy low, sell high. You got some previous support right here. A good stop at about 140. Sold at 170. That's 6 R's. Buy low, sell high. My buddy Sai press switch. Congratulations. Very, very pretty play on Apple. Here's the weekly. On Apple, the 50 EMA, so again, just bouncing off the 50. So overall, all I'm saying on Apple is I'm just keeping an eye out for a potential dip opportunity. We'll see what she does, but I think it'll be buyable. PayPal had a really good move at one point during the day. We were in on this trade bullish, and I was like, hooray! But but now it's like, womp, womp, womp. Giant upper shadow. So we'll see what happens on PayPal. Hopefully it closes somewhere strong, but it was working on filling that gap. Here's the weekly, a little bit of a high wave candle on the weekly. So we'll see what PayPal ends up doing, but oh well, didn't quite hit my target. We'll figure it out. Speaking of target, Target did hit my target, TGT, and we were in this trade based on this Doge pattern right here, this little doji. We got in here, stop here, target was up here, and we ended up trailing out below the 5-minute candle from yesterday on Target. So that was a nice winning trade for a few real life traders. That was their first real money profit on Target. So that was really exciting. Earnings on that one right around the corner. Walmart continuing down a little bit lower. This is a bearish rest after battle pattern. Kind of rare that you see those, but this is occurring from a bearish gap down. White candle gapping down, trade down, retesting a little bit, rolling over a little bit. I'm not massively bearish on Walmart, but that gap does look a little on the bearish side. So we'll probably trade down to 89 and some change, and maybe 87 and some change. And then from there, you know, we'll see. Probably a good longer term buying opportunity, so we'll just kind of keep an eye peeled on that one. Let's got a few more. Square, nice upper shadow on Square, doing its thing. Had pretty decent earnings. Nothing really to talk about. It didn't close above that resistance. We will see if it ends up doing that, but I had a lot of traders with some covered calls. Tons and tons of traders with covered calls. So we'll see if those expire worthless. Probably do. Nice little upper shadow. It's at a resistance. And again, earnings really weren't that bad, so we'll just continue seeing what Square ends up doing. I got a request for METC, Ramco Resources. And this one right now I'm just trading pretty sideways. Newer stock, so here's the weekly, so it hasn't really been out that long. And what we have on the weekly is an interesting channel of sorts kind of going on. Let me see if my buddy Mark, who requested this trade, has a chart. Here's his chart right there, METC. So he's looking for a potential breakout of that pattern, which does make a lot of sense to me, my man. I would, in that situation, want a close above 761 and see if we can break higher from there. My good buddy Mr. Coleman requesting AOBC, American Outdoor Brands, and earnings is actually right around the corner on this one. This stock has really been just getting beat up in a big way ever since its change. This used to be, as you know, Smith & Wesson holding companies, and I think that announcement came out around here somewhere. So it pulled down to support, traded higher, and then just people did not like that news. This is really the big solid lower high. So from here, I mean, we're at a very key support. We have to go all the way out to a monthly time frame on American Outdoor Brand. 850 is the 200 simple on a monthly chart. So is it going to bounce down here? Potentially. Obviously, there's a lot of talk and situational issues going on with gun control right now. And not to be political, but it just looks like AOBC is suffering from that. I don't know if it's going to rally or recover, but American Outdoor Brands also used to be Smith & Wesson. Trading down to this potential 200 would be the only real buying location I could see, unless it gets down to like 733. So start tiptoeing in down here. This is probably more of a much longer term play. It looks pretty gnarly right now, and I doubt just recovers immediately. Last time I had a big sell-off like this was back in 2007, and you can see it really did take a while for that growth and for that recovery. So it would be more of a longer term speculative, put your pinky toe in the water, test it out, and see where we go from here. But of course, with earnings right around the corner, if it can gap up and open above 1126, that would be a very strong gap. If it gaps up and doesn't quite break these pivots up here, maybe gaps into like 9 or 10 bucks, maybe it runs, but it also fades. However, this could be a good one if it gaps down. Right, if it gaps down to 1150 on earnings, I would buy the heck out of that thing because it will probably be a very good fade. So feel free to watch that on American Outdoor Brands. Thanks so much for those 2 requests, gentlemen. Everyone, you are absolutely amazing. I am going to be on vacation next week. So Friday will be the last stock review I'm going to do for a little bit. I'm going out to Keystone, Colorado. So I fly into Denver Saturday. So traveling season starts officially Saturday for me. So I'm going to be in Keystone, Colorado. I fly back late Wednesday night. I'll be here a little bit Thursday, fly out Thursday night to New York City. So really, these are going to be the 3 days of vacation, just Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So you'll get your review on Friday, nothing on Monday and Wednesday, as I'll be on vacay, and Brad will be crushing it. Now, if Brad gets the time or has the ability to do an afternoon, or I'm sorry, not afternoon trading review, but a free real-life stock review, then awesome. But, you know, he's much busier than I am, much more important, much stronger, better looking, sexier, wealthier, you know, all of it. So he'll, I don't know if he'll have the opportunity to do an afternoon review. So I'll be knocking those out for you, ladies and gentlemen, when I get back. You are awesome. Keep being awesome. And I will see you all later on Friday for your next stock review. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.